I want to talk to you today about something truly morally outrageous. The story broke the other day that the communist Chinese have been paying U.S. newspapers more than $19 million to run communist propaganda within their pages as news stories. That's right. In fact, the Washington Post, where democracy dies in darkness, got more than $4 million for running pro-communist China propaganda and basically anti-American propaganda within their pages. The outlets that claim to have the highest level of journalistic credibility are literally running propaganda from the communists. And by the way, bad on China for spending $19 million in this. Didn't they learn from CNN that they can get this stuff for free? CNN recently ran a communist Chinese military press release as a news story, and as far as we know, they did it for free. So I don't know why they're paying the Washington Post $4 million when Jeffrey Zucker and those folks over at CNN will happily run communist propaganda at no charge at all. Anyway, let's remember that these same news outlets that took $19 million from communist China currently want a bailout of your tax dollars, because I guess communist China hasn't paid them enough money to stay afloat. They're currently lobbying Congress, and they have bipartisan majorities in both the House and Senate who back it. If you haven't yet, sign our petition to the White House at aim.org opposing the media bailout. Also, you could take part in our action alert where you could send a message to Mitch McConnell telling him that you oppose the bailout. McConnell hasn't said where he stands yet on the bailout, and he's the only one right now between it passing or not passing. So take 2 seconds and send a message to Mitch McConnell at aim.org. Let him know that you do not want the media that gets bailed out by communist China also getting a bailout of our tax dollars. Countless newspapers, by the way, taking millions of dollars from the communist Chinese. The New York Times took money, the Des Moines Register, CQ Roll Call. Countless newspapers, the Seattle Times. Seattle Times, by the way, already got a federal bailout of, I think it was $9.5 million from the first round of bailouts. Atlanta Journal-Constitution, Chicago Tribune, Boston Globe, all listed as clients of China Daily. All of them taking money from communist China to run Chinese propaganda within their papers. How can they pretend to have journalistic credibility? How can they look down on blogs and on online news sources when they're literally taking money from the communists to run propaganda? Credit to, I think it was the Daily Telegraph, a British paper, that said they were no longer going to run Chinese propaganda. I guess that's at least a step in the right direction, but it's outrageous that it ever occurred in the first place. Again, go to aim.org to sign our petition against the media bailout, and it syncs right with the whitehouse.gov petition. And go to aim.org to take part in our action alert where you could send a message to Mitch McConnell. Again, this is Adam Gillette with Accuracy in Media. We're online at aim.org, and we're active on both Instagram and Facebook as well as Twitter. I hope you'll go and take action right now to take a stand against outrageous outlets taking money from the communists and take a stand against the media bailout.